The building, which stands at 170 Center Street, was one of the first buildings in downtown Grays Lake. The building has had many businesses in it since its construction in 1895, yet many people do not know how this building came to be. From hardware stores to yoga studios and even the location of a murder, this building may not be what it seems. In the August of 1895, Fred Cooper bought the plot of land where the building stands now. The construction of the building started in the summer of 1895 and was finished 2 years later in the spring of 1897. When the construction of the building was finished, Cooper opened a general merchandise business, which lasted until 1907. The Grays Lake Post Office rented a space in the building from April 1898 to September 1900. Cooper sold the building in 1912 to Al and George Thompson, who moved their hardware store into the first floor and their harness business into the second floor, using the third story as they pleased. When the Thompson brothers both died, the ownership of the building fell onto their widows, Mary and Louise. Mary and Louise owned the building together for 6 years until 1918, where Louise acquired full ownership. She sold the building 8 years later in 1926. In 1984, Michael Laporta bought the building and the hardware store that was in it. He remodeled the building by merging it with the building next door and removing the dilapidated third floor.
With the history of the building changing over time, we asked Dina Ellington, one of the directors at the now known Yoga Effect in downtown Grays Lake, about who the original owner is now and what features about the building make it so unique.
So I'm not the original owner. The original owner actually reached out to the landlord at the time because it was up for sale or up for rent. That was about 7 years ago. And then she decided to open up a yoga studio. And I was a student here and then decided to become a yoga teacher. And then I started working for her the entire time. And we built a really nice relationship. And then when she was ready to, she was going to move. Her and her family decided to move to Colorado. So we talked about it. And so I took over last January and basically took ownership over, and then the lease was handed over to me. That old-fashioned feel to it, and then when you come in, especially on this side, it's just got that very classy, old world feel, which I love, which is why I decorated it the way I have, just kind of keeping that same theme. And then just the windows, I love the windows, and I like the quirkiness about it. It's old, and it's not perfect, and I like that too. It's just interesting when you walk into a foyer, you gotta walk into another foyer. I mean, there's like a little mystery.
Arguably, the most interesting history of this building is the murder that occurred on October 31st, 1985. John Wayne Chorba and Catherine Kretschmer both had been living in the apartments for about a week. On the night of October 31st, Chorba broke into Kretschmer's apartment by sliding the lock open with a knife. He stole 10 beers while inside and went back to his apartment to drink them. When he finished drinking them, he went back to Kretschmer's apartment to get more. When he entered the apartment for the second time, Kretschmer awoke and Chorba panicked. Heavily intoxicated and fearing he would get caught, Chorba grabbed a knife from Kretschmer's kitchen and proceeded to stab her to death. Investigator Babcox arrested Chorba in the following days due to his suspicious answers to routine questions.
After the murder, a European jewelry store which sold antique jewelry and artifacts called Through the Looking Glass moved into the building. Through the Looking Glass is not open today, but half of their sign is still visible on the building. The other half is for a custom framing gallery. Freeman Tute attorneys at law and the Michael J. Cathmer Law Office occupy the building now, but the main business that resides in the building is the Yoga Effect. The Yoga Effect offers many different types of yoga classes that are suitable for everyone. The appearance of this building may have changed since its construction in 1895, but the building will always be remembered for the wide array of businesses that have occupied it.
What we do here, so basically it's all yoga. We offer all different types of yoga, from kids all the way up to seniors. So if someone comes and they can't touch the floor comfortably, if they have bad knees or bad back, we offer chairs, so that we're trying to offer yoga to anybody, any athletic ability, any physical ability. And we offer warm classes, hot classes, classes for meditation. We offer a lot of workshops on the weekends that are related to yoga, basically health, wellness, balance, all of those themes all combined. So it's a great place. You probably, everyone could find something that they would enjoy if they came in and, examined the schedule and decided what would be good for them. They would find something they liked on the schedule.